Goliath. Level 4 upgrade. And we are back with another upgrade for Goliath. This time around we are doing the GPM front and rear aluminum skid plates. So let's hurry up and get these installed. Alright, first off what we have to do is we're going to have to remove both front and rear skid plates, and they're both held on with 4 screws. Alright, next what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to remove the central skid plate, and that's held on with 6 screws. 2 back here and 4 in the center. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 6 screws that hold the front skid plate in place. Alright, with the 6 screws removed, the skid plate comes right on off. And be aware that this little metal piece will come with it. We will not need this, so you can discard both of them. Alright, now what's left to do is to remove the 2 screws that hold the skid plate to the chassis braces. Alright, with the 2 screws removed, the skid plate comes right off, and with it, another one of those silver braces. And we can put this off to the side, and now we can pull out the new skid plates. Alright, to open one of these, all we gotta do is pop the tab, and then these are sealed, so we're gonna need to cut it across the top. Alright, with the tabs cut, now what we can do is we can take them and pull them out of their packaging. And guys, this is looking beautiful. Look at that shine. I love the look of these things. Pull out the rear one. Oh, that looks gorgeous. Alright, let's compare them to the old ones. And yes, they both do come with hardware, but I'm going to be using the ones I had before. Alright, for the front one, they are obviously in very similar design. The front lip right here does go out a little bit further, and they do not incorporate this center area where you need a metal brace. So that's also nice because I no longer have to put these in. As well as for the rear, it still does incorporate the little holes to get to the suspension pins, and like the first, it does incorporate this little brace piece inside of it already. I wish I could show you guys a comparison of these lips in the back, but I had broken the original one. I just never replaced it. So let's get the new ones installed. Alright, first what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take the rear skid plate, slide it on top, and we're going to put down these 2 screws. Alright, with the 2 screws installed, we can now move to the front. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to take the front skid plate and slide it into position. Then we're going to take the 6 screws and put them in, 2 for each of the chassis braces, then 1 for each of the turnbuckle posts. Alright, with the 6 screws installed, next what we're going to do is we're going to slide on down, and we're going to install the center skid plate, slide it into position, and screw down the 6 screws that hold it in. Next what we're going to do is we're going to take the rear wear plate, slide it into position, and then screw down the 4 screws that hold it in place. Alright, with that done, now we can finally move it on down to the front, and then take the front skid plate, slide it into position, and then screw down the remaining 4 screws. Alright, all that's left to do is take the wheelie bar, slide it onto the new skid plate, and then fasten it to the bumper. Just like so. And we are done with this upgrade. Here is before. And here is after. And there you have it, guys. Check them out. I gotta say, these are looking nice. Not only does it give it a little bit more of a flare when you're looking at it from the sides and the front, but I gotta say I'm just overly happy that I no longer will have to replace those. I might have to replace them once in like every so years, but I am really liking that look. I gotta say this was an awesome upgrade. And that was Goliath's Level 4 upgrade.